Hello! Got another review. This is going to be pretty much a strange one because this is something I do all the time, but isn't technology related. I clip our 5 poodles, no, our 3 and the in-laws 2. And in general, I use this Mosier clipper and this Whal Pro Series clipper. But through the Amazon Vine Custom Review program, I got this to try out. This is the Whal KM-SS. It's not mentioned as being part of their Pro Series like the other one I've got, but it looks kind of stylish. Apparently we've got a brush to clean, the oil to keep them clean. We've got 3 different rakes. Now they look like there's metal teeth on the rakes, can you see? Then we've got an instruction manual, so we'll see what that's like. This is a mains powered one, so you have to plug it into the mains. That's why I've made sure the Mosier is here for comparison of the volume, because this system talks about cool running and ultra quiet, and they're on the front. Now, cool running is because these blades, as they run, they get incredibly hot. We're working with poodles, so you imagine when you've clipped the body and then the feet get incredibly tender to the heat. You have to swap to another blade, which is why we've got several of these. This is the 5FC, by the way, the body clip that we give our poodles. But for the feet, we use a much closer clip, much akin to the tip of this. This is the Whal Pro Series unit. This just happens to be a supposedly quiet one, but it's quite loud, so we'll be interested in what this has. So wall to wall, haha, this is what we're going to compare. So we've got plastic sticking outside, but we've got just a cover really. Most Whal units come with this carry case, like this Pro Series has got the carry case. It's a nice touch, I'll give them that. And we just unclip. Oh, it's a bit of a mess, but there is the unit. So we've got the clipper. Obviously this was poking out. They are metal finned rakes. I don't have any of these. These are the first ones I've got of these. We generally use plastic. We comb them through really well first. And this is a 1.8mm close blade. Now we normally use a 15 mil. So this one, the body one, is actually 6.3, can you see? But the other one is actually a 1.5. We use a 15. So that's sealed. That's just one of their blades sealed in. It's a standard blade. They're all standard stuff. We've got a little bit of oil with it. Now, the blade comes with oil and the unit comes with oil. That's a nice touch. That's one of their pre-packaged units and they've dropped it in. That's very good. Obviously shop around as you need to. But yeah, this is obviously in a bag. Once you've opened it, don't store it in the carry box because it'll tip everywhere. Here are the other 2 blades. So the first one was the largest, 16mm, 5/8 of an inch, or a number 5, though everyone does different numbers. Number 3, 10mm, 3/8 of an inch. You see, these are really quite well made. They're quite nice. I like them. This one looks a bit more angry. It's obviously the smallest, number 1, 3mm, 1/8 of an inch. So it's interesting they're that shape. I'll pull out the other ones. But the running cut is this direction, but the fact that sits, we'll see, because most of them much difficult to get. It's all tangled up, so we'll untangle it in a minute. We've got an on-off switch on the side. For a right-hander like me, the little finger sits perfectly on it. For a left-hander, it's a little bit more awkward, I'll be honest. Okay, we've got look like an air vent there. A nice big button to release the clip for the head. There was no protection on the head. Oh, I think it's here, look, and it's not. That would have been in there at some point, but somewhere in transport it's gone. And the final thing, apart from the instruction manual, is a cleaning brush for the tip. So that's fine. It's a standard set. It's a bit deceiving with this all tangled up. So let's untangle the wire. There we go. There we go. That's fairly long. That's at least 2.5 meters. I won't measure it specifically. We're halfway. Okay, it's not, yeah. So there's the end of the wall, and that's in the mosier. The wall ends there. If I just untangle this because it is all tangled up. So even with the tangles, look, the mosier is that much longer. So the wall unit's cable is definitely not as long as the mosier unit. That's a bit of a... But the thing this has that the mosier doesn't is a stand, a hook, something to hang it up with. Whether that's worth it, I don't know. It's only a plastic body, so whether this would hold the weight over time as you're constantly putting it on or off, I don't know. We'll see. The tip is okay. We'll just pick the other unit back up now. So yeah, so we were comparing mosier to Whal. Obviously these are a standard piece. Now the interesting thing is that most of the others I've got, including the other Whal brand unit, is that this is quite angular. This, sorry, it's quite rounded. This is quite angular. Okay, we've got a flap there. I wonder if that's for the airflow. If the airflow comes out over the top, it's interesting, but we'll see. Let's put my 5FC on there and see if it just goes straight on. It doesn't go straight on. There we go. It does. No, it does not want to be on there. It really doesn't want to be on there. There. Is that on now? There's a double catching. So if I show you the mosier, or the Moser, whatever it is, Moser. If I have that. Now, because the white drive head is rounded, it just snaps straight in. Okay? Because this is angled, it's got like a hard angle to it. If I'm not perfectly lined up, that does not want to go in there. If I perfectly line up the blade head, it still doesn't want to go quite in there. Can I get it perfectly lined up? There. It had to be absolutely exactly lined up because that is so square. Because that is so square, it doesn't want to go. I didn't expect that to cause quite so much of an issue. That is, I'm afraid, a star takeoff. The other Whal unit I have obviously is this one. I have another one, but I don't actually use it. And that is like this with a rounded tip. So just for comparison, you see how round this is and you see how square that is. That has to be exactly, perfectly lined up with the groove in the head before it will go on. That is a shame. That is a real letdown. Let's pull the wire up though. Let's see what it sounds like. Ooh, straight on. So that's one speed, no alterations. It's not hugely loud. Again, look, I can't, it's not gone in. I feel like I'm going to end up breaking something. Has it gone in now? It's gone in the second time of trying there. That's louder. With the head on, that is definitely louder. And I don't feel any airflow. I feel air coming out of here. I presume it's being sucked into these vents and taken through the motor. So I'm going to leave that running. So that's been a minute. And it hasn't got overly hot. It hasn't got as hot as others might. So get my reference clipper. And let's put a different blade on here. Look, straight in. Straight on. Now that's louder. Very much louder. And this is vibrating. Okay. If I turn this on, That is not, that one is not vibrating. This one is vibrating. Okay, that's a much smoother system. Okay. Yeah, there's not even a minute yet. This is getting warm, whereas that one didn't. So this wall unit is quieter and definitely cooler and definitely with less vibration. That's good. The bad bits are the cable isn't as long as the other ones I've got, and this head is square, so it doesn't want to engage with the blades properly. As for the rest of the unit, we'll see over time as it performs more and more, but initial impressions are it seems lighter. It's definitely lighter than this one. Definitely lighter. Whether that means this is going to last longer or this is going to last longer, time will tell. However, we've got the air cooling. The switch is a lot easier to reach than this toggle here. Obviously, little finger, little finger. This one is for ambidextrous. I can get to it as easily with my left hand as my right. This favours the right-hander. This is my right hand, in case the camera's the opposite way. And I can just use that with my little finger, no problem. So air's being drawn in here. It's coming out here on my hand. It's coming out here onto the blade head. That's all fine. But that doesn't engage with the heads properly. That is a real deal breaker. I'm not going to remove the star for the length of the cable. I'll be honest, I'm not going to. That's not really what I'm reviewing. The system is good. I'd say this is a 5-star system. It's just let down by that squareness. It's got to be a 4 out of 5. And I'm pained to say it's a 4 out of 5. This seems like a very nice quality.
Right. Hello
quality
again.
clipper.
This is William. He's had a clip with the new Whal clippers, haven't you, baby?
Now, as you can see, he's a poodle, and we've got the back done perfectly with the blade. The real test is the close cuts, like this shave of their face and their beak. So, hello, he's very upset right now. So we can see the shave was very close, very even. He is warm from it. He has got warm shaver feel, but he didn't wriggle half as much. It was good on their feet as well, where we've trimmed their feet. He accepted it better than the Moser, the older unit. Perhaps because it being quieter, most likely because it didn't vibrate as much. I'm still though going to have to say, interchanging the heads, that should be smooth, it should be slick, it should be easy. You don't want to fiddle with, how it's lined up to just get the new head on. So, from me, and a rather tired William, we're going to say bye-bye, aren't we? Kiss, kiss. Kiss? No? Am I not going to go kiss? Never work with kids and animals, folks.